Hello and welcome to Readings by Rev Marie. I'm Rev Marie, and today we will be doing a pick a card from the Lantern Oracle. It's by Angelina Mirabito, PhD. And it basically says illuminate your shadows and empower your path. So you can choose between card number 1, the middle card is number 2, and the last, number 3. Whatever you choose, make sure that you follow your intuition, your gut feeling. Which card right now is meant for you? Which one is calling you? Does one card appear brighter than the others? Does it stand out more? So follow your intuition. Let's see here. If you pick card number 1, card number 1 says, misalignment. Miracles become normal once we face all of the aspects of our life in the same direction. That is card number 1. So what is possible expands beyond our capacity to imagine when we attune our lives to what our spirit self sings. It can be challenging to commit to whatever it takes to align all aspects of our life with our bliss. Often, we're met with obstacles, such as fear, or conflicting expectations from others and society, the need for ongoing discipline, the upheaval of releasing from our life all that is not aligned, and determining how to make our lives sustainable once we surrender it all to the bliss of our living truth. Well, sometimes that feels a little bit like too much, right? I mean, life can be busy, can be challenging, but you can do a couple of a little experiment. One is to place your hand that you write with on your heart and ask, what do I unconditionally love about my life? And then you can write your answer down. If you have a journal, write in your journal or write on a piece of paper that you can look back at. And then you can ask again a different question. Which experiences, environments, people, and activities give me the greatest fulfillment? So if your answers are taken from your past, include why they are now absent. Your list can also consist of how you would like your life to be. And if so, then be sure to include the reasons your life is not the way that you want at the present. Gently, write with compassion exactly where you feel that some areas of your life is uncomfortable or outgrown or misaligned. So take a moment to extend compassionate consideration, love, and honor to your former self's predicament and limitations. Be at peace and in acceptance of having done your best at that time. We do what we can at the time with the knowledge we have, right? So now return your hand to its place on your heart. Ask Spirit Self what you can do to initiate a loving step toward aligning one detail of your life with your truth. Write down your answer. When you're ready, decide whether to act accordingly. And you can repeat this exercise each time you seek clarity on the next aligned step available for you to take and whether or not to take it. So the mother's message is, regardless of how misaligned things may seem, alignment is only ever a different choice and action away. Trust that Spirit Self will more than meet you halfway in supporting you through each aligned step that you take. Isn't that beautiful? Just going to leave that out there. Now, for the next card. The next card is about fake beliefs. Fake beliefs. So, oh, not fake. Yeah, false. I'm sorry. False belief. Just a minute here. I should have my water here. Pardon me. So, false belief. Let's see what it says. Pick number 2. Once the untruths that we believe about ourselves are illuminated, so are the ways we can release the false limitations they confine us to. We have core beliefs that are, invisible. So the ways they influence our, and so are the ways they influence our experience of reality. Our false beliefs act as tinted lenses that harmfully distort our perception of the world, others, what is possible, and ourselves. So this is false belief here. Now, this card, what this particular card means, I'm just gonna look in a little booklet here. This card suggests a time of increasing awareness. So by identifying what is actually taking place for you in the present, your refined clarity and focus will begin to change it. It's up to you to continue this process of awakening your true self, and potentially by questioning, reflecting upon it, and actively dissolving whatever beliefs are blocking you from your power. So like the mother, walk only at your own pace and according to your inner knowing. Step by step, you will incrementally see what needs to be tended to next and how you can go about it. So you can be journaling this as well, because it's a useful tool and very empowering for this kind of work. So talking through what comes up in your journaling with someone safe and appropriately informed can be an incredible benefit too. But I always advise when confiding in someone to make sure that they would keep it to themselves. If you're not sure, best to write it down, read it out loud, and you can get rid of that paper after. So the mother's message here is false beliefs create darkness in areas where the mind requires light the most. Hold every question in the illuminating space of your heart. Accept the answer that shines through, even when it is contrary to what you want it to be. The heart, like the owl, is too wise and white ever to lie or mislead. That's a pretty deep message. All right, if you pick the third card, the third card is perspective. So a calm and clear mind is free to see differently. So true. That's why I highly recommend meditation. And there's a few on my channel. Our emotions are all about perspective. This is why you often hear a lot of caution around our emotions, potential to lead us astray. Our thoughts and feelings inform our experience of a situation. Our attitude influences our predisposition to certain thoughts and feelings, and often thwart our capacity to perceive with a calm and clear mind. Okay? So when we open ourselves up to perceiving a situation from the other point of view, we become available to having alternative experiences going forward. Okay? So just an example, we may have a negative attitude toward the gym and avoid it, while others hate to miss a day, right? Instead of continuing to assume that you don't like to go to the gym, should we try it out of curiosity of why others might go? We might come to see things differently. We may even love the way it makes us feel. And that's just an example, right? So it's for clarity purposes, You may use different approach to see things differently in overwhelming and less concrete situations. You can ask yourself, like, am I really in danger? Am I seeing the real with what I feel to be real? How would I perceive this if I did not have strong emotions around it? And this is as deep as I think? And is this as deep as I think? How would right now be for me if I were a confident person? There's tremendous power in separating ourselves from the emotions and negative thinking toward whatever we're confronted with. Nothing is what it seems when heightened emotions and manic thoughts are involved. We just often unintentionally create our reality in ways that do not best serve us. Seeing from a state of calm and a clear mind opens us up to a broader perspective, closer to that of our spirit self. In times of distress, try to remember to ask yourself, is it possible to see this in another way? In a way that empowers me? You always have the power to seek new ways to perceive and feel about anything differently. The key is always available to use when you feel trapped or overwhelmed. If you can see something differently, you can experience it differently. So the Crohn's message here is the only thing that can limit you is your perspective. It's all about perspective, right? I hope you enjoyed these messages today. I mean, this is really going deep into your shadow self, but it is very healing. So again, please, if you like this video, share. I know there's many people out there that could use this message. Until next time, blessings.